The iDubbbz and H3H3 lawsuit is still going on, as stated by iDubbbz yesterday.
Number one, Ethan Klein has not dropped the lawsuit. Number two, we've been actively dealing with it for the past couple of months. Number three, I'm bringing it up now because now we have court dates, basically.
And as a reminder, iDubbbz is being sued by Ethan because iDubbbz showed a message that Destiny said, and iDubbbz showed that message on his stream and used the messaging to make a larger argument about who Ethan Klein wants to beef with on the internet.
Also, I will say that I think Ethan Klein is terrified of this guy. So it's just kind of like legit. It is to me, it's super funny that he has so much smoke for everyone that he thinks he can bully, but the person that he's fucking terrified, he just keeps very overtly running from.
And Ethan Klein decided to sue iDubbbz for this. iDubbbz made several apologies for displaying the message on stream. Ethan Klein agreed that he would completely drop the lawsuit, and that has not really been the case. It seems like there is still legal conflict going on between the two. Just yesterday, I made a video about covering everything, and then Ethan Klein decided to drop his response when I was already done. So, okay, I guess we're doing part two. Ethan Klein dropped his response. Here's his initial response.
Oh, I guess I'll just comment on this because I see iDubbbz said, I am not dropping the lawsuit. And, well, listen, it's a bunch of technical bullshit. It's just we're in negotiating the terms of the settlement still. And that's it. I don't know. It's what it is. You know what I mean? We're negotiating the terms of the it's a meeting about the settlement. That's it. That's all it is. Right? So, whatever. Anywho,
and as you can see, it was pretty vague. He was not being very directly clear with what he was saying in this statement. It's just legal jargon, which to me already indicates something weird and fishy is happening. Because with the Noah Samson lawsuit, right, Ethan Klein just pulled out of that lawsuit entirely. Why did he not do that with iDubbbz? Why didn't he just I think it's called like with prejudice, that's what it's called. When you drop the lawsuit with prejudice, it means like you drop it entirely. The opponent can talk about it whenever they want. They can speculate on it. They can't sue you for the same reasons ever again. That's what dropping the lawsuit with prejudice means. And Ethan Klein seemingly didn't do that. And the fact that they were still negotiating, to me, implied Ethan wants something out of iDubbbz. He wants something out of Anisa, maybe. Obviously, he's suing iDubbbz, so it's more than likely iDubbbz. But he wants something from him specifically. And that does get confirmed later on, but I am kind of jumping ahead here. So let's see what Ethan's next response is, because I guess so many people online were criticizing Ethan that he felt the need to respond again, besides just like passively mentioning it on his live stream. Here he says, my one condition for totally dropping it is so laughably small and easy that you will realize that Ian and Anisa are just doing this for attention. I'm going to respect the Canadian legal system and not talk about the ongoing negotiations. But if you knew what I was asking for, you would laugh at how silly it is. The truth is that we signed an agreement which they have what does that word mean? I don't know what that word means, guys. I'm a little slow on and are trying to pull a fast one. So this hearing is for a judge to decide if they upheld their side of the agreements. They didn't. Okay, so first of all, this already kind of indicates that yes, Ethan Klein did want something out of them. He did ask for something, which is not the same thing as dropping the lawsuit entirely. That is two different things. Here, if you're still negotiating with somebody, you still want something out of them. Here, he does not say what he wants. It's probably for some legal reason. I don't think there's actually any kind of like Canadian law that says you can't like say what you're negotiating for. But, you know, it's probably just best legal advice to not say what you're negotiating for and blah, blah, blah out loud to the public. But even if it is, you know, quote unquote, laughably small, the way that Ethan says it is here, who cares, dude? You said you would drop the lawsuit. It's still not right to ask for things further than what you already said, which was everything's just getting dropped entirely. It's like you're still using that situation to get something out of Ian and Anisa. Regardless of its quote unquote laughably small, you're still trying to get something out of it, right? Which I still think is wrong. It's still an abuse of the legal system because you're using the legal system to get something out of these people. Whether it's small, whether it's big, it's a principal issue. You don't use the legal system to try to like bully people and harass people to get something from them. So then Ethan Klein comes back. He has another story that he wants to say, where here he says, we have a signed agreement in place to drop the lawsuit. It's already done. They completely renege. I don't know what that means. Renege. Guys, I'm struggling with this one. I'm struggling with this word. And now a judge will decide if they fulfilled it. If the judge thinks they did not fulfill it, they have to, and it's over. If the judge thinks that they did fulfill it, then it's over. The lawsuit is virtually over no matter what the judge decides. They're being intentionally vague to make people think it's still going when it's basically already over. Again, this is an agreement that they already signed, and it's over, a matter that is for the good sake of everyone involved. It's not an apology or demand for money or anything. It's one tiny thing that they already signed and agreed to. Again, Ethan Klein is not very clear about what that really is. So that's kind of questionable. Anisa Jomha responds where she says, okay, even I'm confused by this one. What? Implying that I guess maybe they didn't sign anything. Honestly, Anisa is being very vague here with that statement. She doesn't really include what's particularly she's confused on about this statement. My guess is that she's saying that they didn't actually agree to the terms, and that's later backed up because iDubbbz very recently just went live to like kind of confirm that.
Yesterday's announcement, there's been a lot of chatter online, so I did want to just clear up what seems like a misunderstanding that some people might have. Basically, in relation to the Ethan lawsuit stuff, it is our application to enforce, and if the judge does not side with us, then the lawsuit continues. That's basically the way to understand it. That's like the simplest terms I could put it in, so that people can understand.
Here, basically, what I'm gathering from the like iDubbbz perspective and version of this is that Ethan Klein requested something for the lawsuit to get dropped. Then iDubbbz and Anisa were like, no. We're not doing that, judge. Just drop the lawsuit. Just have Ethan drop the lawsuit. We're not doing all that. But if the judge is like, no, Ian, you do have to do all that, he will not agree to do it, and the rest of the lawsuit will take place, and they will go to court over the whole showing Destiny's message on stream thing. Which I do, this is one thing I do kind of respect about Ian, is like, the dude really does want to stand on his principles. Like, I mean, this guy lost like 99% of his YouTube audience to stand on his principles, and whether or not you agree with him or not, it is absolutely insane how this dude like never wants to like budge a little bit. Like, I mean, it's like you can't have a conversation with him and be like, yo, dog, like maybe you shouldn't have done this and this and that, and then he'll just be like, nah, I'm doubling down. Actually, the way iDubbbz like continuously doubles down it's quite impressive. I don't really know if it's a good or bad quality. I guess it could go either way, but it is quite impressive. I do gotta respect it. So yeah, it appears that Ian is basically willing to actually continue the lawsuit because he doesn't want to do whatever Ethan Klein wants to make him do, and I kind of respect that. I do kind of respect it. I respect the I won't let the legal system make me do things angle. So, you know what, dude? W, like, it's really weird how like so many people online, obviously they don't like iDubbbz, which is fair. It's fair. There's things about Ian that I'm like, bro, like why did you do that, blah blah blah, right? But at the end of the day, the one who's being super principled here is Ian, the one who's like breaking all the internet rules regarding like you don't bully people with legal work and blah blah blah, is Ethan. I find it really weird how many people don't want to side with Ian over this just because they don't like him and blah 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 blah.